So SeyCAT itself, the Seychelles Conservation and Climate Adaptation Trust, it started just 10 years ago, in fact, this year. Back in 2015 is when we were legally established. However, discussions to have a trust started well before that. I think it was part of the Debt for Nature swap that the Seychelles government negotiated together with the Nature Conservancy, or better known as TNC. So as part of this process, the government of Seychelles needed to set up a special purpose vehicle, a structure that would allow for the debt conversion to happen. And so therefore, in order for government of Seychelles to be able to get that loan from the impact investor TNC, it needed to have a financial structure, which in our case is a trust fund. And so therefore, this is how SeyCAT came to be, with some very clear mandates or actions that it needed to perform. And those included, of course, the on-loaning of the Seychelles debt conversion, so allowing for TNC to send the money through to SeyCAT and for SeyCAT to then on-loan that to government of Seychelles. But also, more importantly, it was created to help support ocean conservation, to have a dedicated pot of funds that would support marine conservation programs, that would also fund our efforts for climate change and help Seychelles also in its efforts for the development of a blue economy. So these were the core programming, as you would like to say, that led to the development of the Blue Grants Fund, which is now the scheme or the grant mechanism that we have here at SeyCAT, whereby every year we are able to award projects to Seychellois and Seychellois organizations.
Amazing. Sounds amazing. How did you find your way into SeyCAT?
For me, I used to be part of the Ministry of Environment. So even from the early days, I was working in the division responsible for biodiversity conservation, and there was a lot of synergies with the work of the trust. And I believe since 2018, I've been involved one way or another with the trust. Before that, I was one of the representatives of the Blue Grants Fund Committee, so the technical committee. So I was here in a technical capacity as one of the experts that would get the opportunity to review projects. So I did that for a couple of years, in fact, until I joined as the CEO in 2022. So very much aware from the very inception. I was part of the recruitment of some of the initial staffing of the organization. So I think it was a very nice transition for me, coming from the government in the space where I understood a lot of the policies and the work that we intended to finance through SeyCAT, and then also now coming in and being in a position to fundraise for a lot of the policies that I also had helped to develop whilst I was still back in government.
So you've seen it from all the different angles.
Exactly.
So you're the perfect person to be asking all these questions.
We'll see.